I've got two after action reports to do because I did not do the Monday after action reports. So that's what I'm going to kick things off with. The Monday night game went very well. I thought it was a lot of fun. The player uh, and his small group of mercenaries went searching for certain missing folk throughout the region around the New Forest outside of Gosterwick, and on his among his adventures, he ended up finding his way to a small farmstead that was a place that raised spiders, to be specific, large spiders from first edition AD&D, or from these were large poisonous spiders, and they harvested the silk and the poison for various reasons, both to create anti-venom, also to sell to illicit organizations within the region, including a certain malefactor who's based out of Arden Vul. They, but they fell upon hard times. A group of unusually aggressive goblins took over their their small town. Their homestead. I shouldn't say it's not a town or even so much a village as it is just a plantation, a spider silk and venom plantation. Horik, the leader of the mercenaries, he took it upon himself to help alleviate the situation, and in a altruistic act, and with some prodding from some promised rewards, took on this small group of goblins. He was willing to go and maybe hire some more mercenaries to take this situation on, but he was persuaded by the owner of the plantation to not do that. Because of that, he did actually risk his own life. He was given some spider venom that might help bring down the goblins, but he and his archer unit did not actually employ the poison, taking the risk of killing with their arrows, including the fact that Horik, the leader and PC, had a strength bow, and was able to deal quite massive amounts of damage and have a pretty good to hit with his bow. So he slew many goblins, but the goblin leaders escaped into the forest, and hopefully they won't be seen again. The reward was collected, including a number of very valuable magic items, including one magic item that allowed him to not need to spend gold to train for his new level, which it takes twice as long, but it's free. So free training for his second level advancement, which is good because he has yet to find a trainer for his particular class. And he's so also there is the nefarious person is coming to the plantation to collect venom and return to Arden Vul, and so he's been asked to wait here at the security of this plantation and hide amongst amongst the plantation workers, and not neither he nor his men to make trouble. However, this place was part of what he was questing after, and there's a reward for finding these kind of hidden nefarious locations within the New Forest, and and he is basically going to have to find. He's going to have to be given information um, to these to the Knights of the Azure Shield, who want to find dangerous people in this area, as does the Lady Alexia of Gosterwick, and so that's going to be forthcoming too. There's going to have to be some sort of quid pro quo here, both even more so than just the uh, monetary and magical reward that has been given to uh, has been given to Horak and his men. The So that's pretty much, it does that doesn't sound like a whole lot got done, but it was a long fight. Um, and pretty grueling, including a trip into a pit filled with large spiders, where he actually had to kill a couple to extract the daughter of the plantation owner, and he managed to save more than a dozen of the workers of the plantation, 10 of which have already been murdered by the goblins, um, and he earned his reward. So I'm actually not sure exactly what Horak and his men's uh, uh, next mission will be, what they will take on as their next objective. It's completely up to them anyway. It's up to the player who plays. I'm willing to roll with whatever he feels like doing, and he has I think a few ways he can go. I thought it was a pretty interesting tactical situation. He basically attacked these extremely nocturnal goblins in daylight hours, which was the correct choice. Um, and he used missile fire. When they finally closed to melee with him, by the time they closed melee with him, they were so few in number they really weren't a huge danger to the mercenaries or to Horak. However, as said, the two leaders who were spellcasters did escape. And what's interesting is, from a lucky shot from one of the mercenaries, actually hit one of the leaders as he was about to start casting a spell. In my game, I just have it if spellcasters get hit any time in a round, their spell is disrupted. Just to make it a little bit easier, I just keep track of the segments. Whether if it's a one segment spell or whatever, I'm not worried about it. If they get hit, whether it's on their initiative, before their initiative, or after after their initiative, actually, it doesn't matter because I have the spells go off on their initiative. So if they win initiative, the spells go off. That's true for both good guys and bad guys. So if they get hit on or before their initiative, their spell is disrupted. But if they manage to get the spell off, or if they manage to win initiative and get the spell off, then they get the spell off. I'm just not gonna bother with counting segments every time there's a spellcaster. But that was lucky, because what he was about to do probably would have been sufficient to get Horak and his men killed. But the spell was disrupted, and that was actually just sheer luck. The archers were targeting random shadows moving in a building, and it was just I rolled randomly as to which goblin got hit by that arrow. It was the spellcaster. So that was actually completely fortuitous, because it may have turned out a very different fight without that incident. But now Horak has his gold. He has his mercenaries are basically intact, and he has some valuable poison given to him. He has a quite a small treasure trove that he has found from this. So we'll see what he can do with the money and with the gold and resources that he now has. It was very successful. I would say, the absolutely one of the most successful sessions I've seen from a one-on-one session for a first level character. Pretty much, he pretty much he pretty much came up aces. He came up with he came up with a royal flush. If you want to use a poker metaphor, he came up with a royal flush against a full house. It was a pretty good session. So yeah, and the player will tell me where he wants to go, what he wants to do next. I do research on. It's the same campaign setting for both groups. They're literally in the same continuity. So anything I'm reading right now, which is fortunate, they're both low level parties. So I'm reading the exact same material. So he could end up going in a very similar direction, but it doesn't really matter. I'm really looking forward to what happens in these two groups. The other group had a pretty good session too. There was more involved, but there's more players there, and they've been playing for a few sessions longer too. But that's pretty much all I want to say. This is the after action report for Arden Vul. I believe this is after action report 5, and then I'll be posting after action report 6 soon. Anyway, if you did like the video at all, like and subscribe.